In the top right-hand side, in the blue, it is currently teamless PiLiPiLi. Now, as we've said, guys, Nina and PiLiPiLi may be a bit of a mismatch here. I think Nina probably the clear favorite to take this series. I expect a 2-0 victory for Nina. She's been practicing very, very hard, even streaming last night after her matches were over in DreamHack. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Nina doing very well against PiLiPiLi. It was a little odd to see Nina streaming. I would have expected her to maybe be focusing on PiLiPiLi and trying to pay attention. Trying to get some reads on his games, what he's been up to in his usual style, but of course I'm sure Nina knows PiLiPiLi fairly well. So a night of laddering, not the worst choice in between these grueling week-long events here in North America. We are nearing the end, though, of the North America bracket. Today is Friday, of course. Tomorrow, Saturday, and then on Sunday, that is going to be the final day of these North American group stages. But if you guys are planning on not watching the DreamHack Fall event anymore after Sunday, you're a fool. What you should do is mark your calendars for Tuesday through Sunday of next week. All the action Tuesday through Sunday will be in the bracketed stages of these tournaments. So we'll be doing EU and North America brackets starting on Tuesday, September the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, I believe. Tuesday the 8th is when all those brackets will start. So please do keep your eye on that. All the action will be on the main stream after that. So there will be no B stream, no C stream, everything on the B stream right after this. Double gateway openers here for both players, both Nina and PiLiPiLi. But Nina, of course, as I was talking about the bracket stages, is going to drop that proxy robo in the middle of the map. And take a look at this. PiLiPiLi has not spotted it yet, has no idea that it's there. And the probe from Nina will hop in to see the Stargate from PiLiPiLi. Very nice scout here from Nina, sees both gases taken and saturated, and sees the exact timing of that Stargate, even leaving that probe up there. PiLiPiLi, go take care of that probe, buddy. We do have the Stalkers rallied straight across to it right now, and Nina's probe not going to be long for this world. But what is going to come out of this robo? There are a couple options. I think that Immortal First is probably the most standard. Some more greedy players will go for a Warp Prism first, and very greedy players like Nina going for the Observer first. This is actually a pretty safe build, Observer first, just to make sure that you don't get surprised by anything untoward in your main base, and you can get a good scout on your opponent as well. So I like this play from Nina. And wow, yeah, going to force the recall there on PiLiPiLi's Adepts. The Adepts will make it out alive. Back to the main base here at PiLiPiLi. Stalker's trying to pick down this pylon. Might be able to snag it here if they want to dive deep here. Nina is going to go for it there. Nina's going to get the pylon and will back away. That's not going to supply block PiLiPiLi or anything. It'll just drive Nina back. And Nina actually doesn't sacrifice anything for that, and that's clutch. Because look what's coming out of that Stargate for PiLiPiLi. Blammo. We have got a Void Ray on the way. That's right. High DPS, low health, good hijinks from PiLiPiLi. Excellent to see the Void Ray meta really settling in. More Stalkers getting, or pardon me, more Adepts getting added onto these Stalkers for PiLiPiLi, who now has a fairly significant army, but Nina's second Observer, no, first Observer, same Observer, very busy Observer, out across the main, and will spot the entire army right now. Sees the Void Ray, sees the Stalkers, and sees the Adepts. Nina just keeping a light contain right now on PiLiPiLi, and the Warp Prism is here, so Nina can reinforce. But Nina's got to be very cautious here. With no blink on these Stalkers, this Warp Prism has got to be very, very aware that if the Void Ray decides to go for it, the Void Ray could focus fire down that Warp Prism, and if Nina loses this Warp Prism, this pressure is going to be over. But Nina is counting on the DPS of these Stalkers to really do some damage. Only one shield battery up right now for PiLiPiLi in the main base, working on a second gateway right now. Shield battery in the main mineral line, of course, but only one shield battery right now. And with that shield battery out, that's going to force Nina back. Nice micro by Nina, saving all those Stalkers. Nina has not yet lost a Stalker this game. She's on 26 workers and could be expanding if she wanted to. A couple of Adepts from PiLiPiLi will force a double warp in from Nina. That's not where she wants to be warping these Stalkers right now. She really wants to keep this Stalker pressure on the front of PiLiPiLi's main base. This is already a degenerate Protoss versus Protoss game. Ooh, first Stalker does go down. Nina not quite fast enough to pick it off. And with 3 Void Rays here, the Warp Prism has got to be very cautious. Nina can't afford to let that Warp Prism slow down any. She has got to get the heck out of there. These Void Rays going to chase the Warp Prism down as best they can here. Adepts getting some pot shots off on those Stalkers, and the Stalkers unable to turn and return fire. Oh, Nina tries to sacrifice just a little bit of health on the Warp Prism to save those Stalkers. Nina will be driven away there. A really nice defense from PiLiPiLi. Still no expansion from Nina or PiLiPiLi, but PiLiPiLi now able to break that light contain 81-day month. Am I done casting then? Yes, this is the final NA series of the day, and I actually won't be casting any more DreamHack until next Friday, I believe, the 11th. I will be making a guest appearance. Well, an appearance, not even a guest appearance anymore. An appearance on that main stream. So keep your eyes on the A stream on the 11th of September, and that's when I will be casting alongside a co-caster TBD right now, I believe. I think I know who it's supposed to be, but there may be some shuffles around. Wow, Nina really diving deep here. Wants to go for those Void Rays, but eats a lot of damage. Nina actually trying way too hard to get in underneath that Void Ray, and he's going to try and shut down PiLiPiLi's expansion. Nina with no plans to expand herself, just working on Blink right now. Blink only about halfway done, though, for Nina, and this is a very long upgrade. Blink takes about 2 minutes to finish up, so only about 1 minute in so far. Nina really needs this Blink for the mobility of these Stalkers. Once Blink is in, Nina's going to be in a strong position, but until then, if this natural gets up, if the shield battery finishes, there's going to be shield battery overcharge. Nina's not going to have a prayer of getting in here, and we can see PiLiPiLi successfully defending his territory. Nina pushed away. Adepts from PiLiPiLi coming back here to try and work this down. Again, going to force either a recall or a warp in back home from Nina. There's the warp in. Stalkers trying to trap these Adepts in here. Adepts getting a couple pot shots off as the Stalkers warp in. And, ooh, the Adept's actually going to stick around. That's a bit of a mistake from PiLiPiLi there, forgetting to rejigger the shades on those Adepts. It looks like one Stalker maybe traded away here for Nina. Nina going to get that Stalker out. Nina, get the Stalker out. Nice cut there. Nice cut there, and Nina is going to grab it. Meanwhile, Blink finishes in 7, 6, 4, 3, 1, 0, and now Nina can go. Blinks away, grabs a Void Ray, and then evacuates. Blink's going to come on a cooldown here. Blink's ready to go. And there it is again. Nina going to walk in under these Void Rays. One goes down, and she blinks away. No more additional warp-ins here from Nina. Could go up into the main base. The Observer's still here. One Sentry Guardian Shield going to be very valuable. Snipes on the Sentry there for Nina. This is great guerrilla tactics from Nina, not allowing PiLiPiLi to really build up any semblance of an army, not letting the Zealots get on top of these Stalkers, just walking in, taking something down, and blinking away. Oh, she's going for it. Gonna blink straight up into the main here. PiLiPiLi does not have eyes on that natural, and now PiLiPiLi's gonna know. Wait a minute. Force field on the ramp. Whap, 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 whap. And there's no way that PiLiPiLi can even get into the main base now. Constant force fields available from those two sentries. Even with a shield battery overcharge, it's not gonna be enough. Nina is gonna absolutely eviscerate this base here. More Zealots getting warped in. Oh, the Void Ray going back just to be very safe here. Should be one more force field on the ramp available. No, Nina's gonna pull away here. The blinks in the main have taken out the Robo, have taken out a lot of pylons here, and oh man, PiLiPiLi in such a rough place now. PiLiPiLi is on the 2 bases though. The natural finished up, fully saturated. So Nina's on the clock here. Nina's natural just finishing up now, but she's got to get some more aggression done here. The Immortals are here, but Nina should be able to snipe both Immortals. One down, blinking away individual Stalkers here. Nina's micro is so good. There's no shield battery overcharge available because it was just used, and that's going to drive both Immortals down here. Nina trading so efficiently this fight. Look at the units lost tab. Nina 1/3 more, or 1/4 more efficient than PiLiPiLi is. Wow, beautifully done here by Nina so far. Void Ray production continuing though from PiLiPiLi. That blink into the main base absolutely inspired. I'm a little surprised Nina didn't keep going with those sentries. Void Ray now from PiLiPiLi very dangerously low as Nina continues her push into the natural. Nina gonna get driven away here. Robo being rebuilt, as is a forge for PiLiPiLi, but Nina still staying strong, keeping this pressure on and keeping us on the edge of our seats. There's the Void Ray going down. Very nicely done by Nina. Zealot's going to chase Nina away. I'd love to see Nina trying to go back to the main base, although we do see PiLiPiLi being very cautious with this, staying by the ramp. Nina realizing there's a forge down. Yeah, sees that forge and is, there we go, another force field on the ramp. PiLiPiLi getting caught with the same trick twice. Nina should warp in another sentry here, needs to keep this pressure on. Nina absolutely needs to get another sentry to keep these force fields going. Constant force fields, gonna be clutch. Yeah, there it is, another force field allowing parts of the army of PiLiPiLi to go up to to the top base here. Oh my god, the shield battery overcharge going to save this for just a little while, but then it's going to expire here. Nina with yet another force field on the ramp, and there's the last Void Ray down, and now PiLiPiLi under all kinds of duress. Nina equal on workers now, but keeping this main base under lock and siege. Oh, Nina doing such a great job. Another Immortal goes down here, and PiLiPiLi getting torn to pieces by Nina's Blink Stalker Micro. Another Void Ray on the way, but it ain't going to finish, boys and girls. The force field finally dissipates, and Nina getting on top of all these units here. The Zealot's going to force Nina back just a little bit here, but again, Nina has Blink. Nina can blink away, one by one by one. Meanwhile, 7 probes have gone down. Nina with a huge probe advantage and continuing this pressure here. Oh, poor PiLiPiLi, down to only 32 army supply. Nina now ahead on army supply, floating a ton of minerals right now, adding photon cannons back home just to be double safe. Nina is doing such a bang-up job this game. In complete control. It looked like PiLiPiLi may be able to macro his way out of this, but Nina has just been unfailingly aggressive, unflinchingly so, this entire game. The safe blink away, and every time Nina blinks away, PiLiPiLi's heart begins to murmur. His head begins to sweat. His hands get all clammy, and his stomach gets a little tight, and he says, oh man, am I going to get force fielded again? Luckily, there are no more sentries available for Nina here, so PiLiPiLi should be just fine. But Nina warping in nothing but stalkers now, adding on more gateways to make sure that her production can keep up with her income. No third base yet for Nina, but it looks as though she's posturing for that third base eventually. If Nina can get a third base behind this, this game is OVERR over. This is the most patient Blink Stalker game I've ever seen from Nina. Right? She's walking in, nailing something, and blinking away. Doing such a good job trading. Again, the efficiency out of Nina is insane. Look at these efficient trades right now. Blink Stalkers are such a good unit. Actually, a nice snipe there by PiLiPiLi to get the Observer. There's no Observer available for Nina now. That's going to force one more Observer out of her Robo. And it's, of course, a long, sad trek halfway across the map for that Observer. So no Blink shenanigans into the main base for Nina for a while. But it looks like Nina does want to continue taking these little Blink fights. I love it so much. No upgrades yet for PiLiPiLi at all. The Forge has been down for ages now, but Nina's been the one who's been able to squeeze in +1 before PiLiPiLi's even got it started. Void Ray here will drive Nina away. Again, Nina can't afford to lose this Warp Prism. Got to be so cautious. But again, that Sentry in the Warp Prism, so scary. And the Observer now out for Nina. Void Ray too far forward from PiLiPiLi. PiLi's going to take this fight here. Big mistake. 1 Void Ray down, 2 Void Rays down, 1 Immortal down, 2nd Immortal barely surviving. Oh my god, there is no shield battery overcharge available for PiLiPiLi, who's been chronoing out Immortals left and right. There's the shield battery overcharge at the last second, but it doesn't matter because there's no army supply left. Nina grabs the game 2-0. What a beautiful engagement there. The entire 14 minutes on the edge of my seat. So well done by Nina from Team Exxon. She is going to grab game number 1 and put herself in a dominant position to win game number 2. So well done by Nina. We'll see what map number 2 is going to be. Aha! Pillars of Gold, LE for Nina. Wow. I believe actually that might be PiLiPiLi's map choice. Nina should be the top seed. Actually, that's not true. So DreamHack deals with seeding in an interesting way. The A and B seed is decided by the higher ranked player. So Nina would have chosen to be the A or the B seed in the banning. And I can actually check that for you guys. One moment. Let me see if Nina chose to be the A or B seed in this event. Yeah, as usual, Nina chose to be the B seed. And that's usually what she chooses. So this is actually Nina's map choice here. Pillars of Gold is her choice. Interesting. So Nina wins game number 1 on PiLi's map, and now it's her turn for her own map. I wonder if she's got some more delicious cheeses stuffed up her sleeves here in game number 2. PiLiPiLi just joining the game now, and we're gonna get into game 2 very shortly. Remember, guys, this is the final game here on the stream for North America today. Of course, Grant and I will not be back tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is Grant's Day in the Sun. He'll be performing on the A stream, on that main stream where I believe, unless they've shifted things around, there is an all-British lineup on the A stream tomorrow. So if you want some delicious British voices being pumped into your ear holes, you want to go over to the mainstream and show Grant some love tomorrow as he casts the EU and the NA matches on that glorious ESL_SC2 mainstream. I'll be joined here on the B stream by the one and only Pengy. Pengy will be joining me here, formerly of Psystorm Gaming. Pengy, the Swiss former pro player. And it should be a scream to have him on. Going to be a great day all around. So be sure to join both of us. We'll squad up tomorrow so you can watch both streams at the same time in tandem. Should be a great day. It's going to be a great day. I can't wait, guys. But before we get on to tomorrow's matches, we've got to get on to today's matches. So let's hop in to the next series of the day. Next game of the day, my correction. Spawning in that top right-hand side in the blue, representing Team Exxon and the US of A, it is Nina. And her opponent in the bottom left-hand side in the red, it is the one, the only, the PiLiPiLi. So really quickly, to give you guys an idea what this looks like, I know we don't do this very often in tournaments, but I want to really quickly just put you on Nina Vision, on this PiLiPiLi Vision. Put you on Nina Vision, and this is what the stream looks like when a pro is playing their game. You can watch their cameras flicking around back and forth, very quickly set up with those camera hotkeys. Nina already hotkeying her natural, it looks like, so she may be going for an earlier expand than you would otherwise expect. Gateway on the high ground, but just one gateway, and wow, a very early Nexus here out of PiLiPiLi. In fact, PiLiPiLi going Nexus first. Now that is exceedingly rare, especially in a PvP. Nexus first, a very, very bold play out of PiLiPiLi. Surprised to see him going so greedy in this game number one. And of course, Nina is actually going to spot this. I think this probe is going to go ahead and scout. And Nina's going to see it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So Nina's going to see this Nexus already finishing up and going to say, wow, this is so greedy, and there's got to be a way that Nina can punish it, and there absolutely is. Forward pylon already going down. Oh my god, this is gorgeous from Nina. Forward pylon is going to be an amazing choice because, of course, PiLiPiLi's tech is going to be exceptionally delayed here. The Cyber Core finishing up for Nina now, and we should see Stalkers coming out, followed immediately by that Warp Gate research from Nina. Aw, Grant is watching on his phone. Grant, I miss you too, buddy. I'm gonna miss you all day tomorrow. It's so sad. It's so sad. Okay, so Nina doing something a little bit different than what I had thought, and this is gorgeous. This is so gorgeous. PiLiPiLi has no idea right now. Getting into scout, PiLiPiLi's gonna see that, wait a minute, there's a pylon missing somewhere. There's only two here. Where's that third one? Gonna go check across the map, and is this probe scout gonna see it? Oh, it is. So, PiLiPiLi will see the proxy Stargate out of Nina. The question is going to be, will his own proxy Stargate be in time to defend? I don't believe so, although he can, of course, get the shield batteries up and prevent himself from doing too much damage. PiLiPiLi's going to see this, but most importantly, PiLiPiLi's going to show the probe, and Nina now knows that she's been spotted already. Shield batteries going down. I imagine we're going to see a Void Ray coming out for Nina. That's right, Void Ray on the way now, and we do see this is the counter Stargate coming out for PiLiPiLi. Nina gonna have a little scuffle at the front of the map. That was a scruffle, by the way, is a mix of scuffle and kerfuffle. Scruffle. It's a little bit of both. And yeah, PiLiPiLi's got to get a counter Void Ray of his own. Got to get a second shield battery of his own. And Nina really should drop a second Stargate at some point. But the Void Ray's here. And oh no, Nina focus firing down this Cyber Core, gonna drain out both of these shield batteries. It's gonna be a race against time. Can Nina kill this? Oh, the shield battery, there we go, the second shield battery. Now healing up from PiLiPiLi. PiLiPiLi's Void Ray is coming out here. Nina has plenty of Stalkers, but the Cyber Core very, very close to getting Warp Gate research finished up. 15 seconds away. Nina's not gonna be able to break this unless she focus fires right now. Nina's really gotta get on top of this, and oh, the shield battery overcharge is gonna save it. PiLiPiLi will get his Warp Gate research out. This is really, really nice. Whew. But it has baited out that shield battery overcharge a little before. PiLiPiLi probably wanted to. Gateway here for Nina for those fast warp-ins, and the Stalkers and Void Rays working in concert now to drop down any of these buildings from PiLiPiLi. Nina's infrastructure going to be much more healthy than PiLi's, and oh man, first gateway down. Cyber Core could be down soon. With no Cyber Core there, no Stalkers. With no Stalkers, the Void Rays can run rampant here. Very nice focus fire by Nina there. Void Ray 1 down, Void Ray 2 down as well, and now PiLiPiLi getting torn apart. Nina's Warp Prisms, Nina's Void Rays doing so much work there. Prismatic alignment,